from Senate Republicans, King of the No Kings rally. So we got Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders. To be honest, Chris Murphy, I'm assuming. I can't remember who this little wiener is. But anyway, it says Chris Murphy, big day tomorrow. Don't let Trump's authoritarian crowd bully you into silence. This is our moment to stand up for our democracy and against his corruption. I will be with Bernie Sanders at the D.C. rally. Find yours at nokings.org. All right, well, don't mind if I do. Let's see what this is all about. Nokings.org. No thrones, no crowns, no kings, because they want to make it sound like that Trump is a king. All right, so here. No, that's not how you do it. Well, I guess, it's an old-fashioned 1990s style website because, it is the Democrats after all. All right, so I'm assuming these are all going to be what? Yep, no kings rallies happening all over America. Greensville, RSVP. So I believe it's only happening on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, October 18th. So yeah, according to the Democrats, oh my God, they got it all over the place. Oh, it's just no kings everywhere. Calls and trainings. What's next after no kings? I don't know. Let's see. Tuesday, October 21st. What's next after no kings? That'll be on Tuesday. No kings will be a massive, powerful, and meaningful, but it won't be the end of our work. Join movement leaders and fellow local activists after the big day to come together, celebrate what we accomplished, and learn what's next. I mean, what exactly are they trying to accomplish besides, burning shit down, probably? That's what's going to be interesting to see is like, because it is going to be a national thing. Matter of fact, here, let me jump over here real quick, because I did grab a little bit of information from Grok with regard to No Kings protest. So this is the overview, in case you didn't know, because I honestly wasn't too knowledgeable about this either. I just knew it was happening this weekend. So the No Kings protests are a series of nationwide peaceful demonstrations scheduled for Saturday, October 18th, aimed at opposing what organizers describe as authoritarian tendencies, corruption, and policies under President Donald Trump. The core message, America has no kings, emphasizes that no one is above the law, except for, obviously, Democrats, apparently, and that the U.S. is a democracy accountable to its people. No, I guess we're not a constitutional republic anymore. I mean, they've made it quite clear over on the Democrat side that they don't want anything to do with a constitutional republic anymore. This event is a follow-up to similar rallies held in mid-June of 2025, which drew thousands and is expected to be significantly larger, with projections of millions participating across the country. So the purpose and themes, organizers, including a coalition of groups like Interfaith Alliance, Reproductive Freedom for All, and Public Citizen, frame the protests as a defense of democratic institutions. The key issues include Trump's alleged abuse of power, such as threats to cancel events like the World Cup or the Olympics in non-compliant cities. Look, that's the first time I've heard about that. Every time that I've heard Trump talk about either of those events, he's been very, very proud about it. And the fact that when he first set these two events up to occur in the United States, it was during his first term. And since he was still running in 2020 and he personally expected to win in 2020, he didn't think that he would have been president when both of these events were happening. And he's made that apparent that just the way that the stars aligned and everything happened the way it happened, that he just so happens to be president when both of these events happened. So he's been all gung-ho for these things to happen. Of course, with the Olympics happening in California, the Olympics are going to be in California. The World Cup, isn't the World Cup going to be in a few different areas? I'm not so sure. I don't watch soccer. I don't know anything about the World Cup. But anyway, whatever. I'll just move on. So policies on immigration, mass deportations, and attacks on immigrants with healthcare, the economy, and suppression of opposition, and broader concerns about corruption, failed policies, and efforts to undermine laws and institutions. So the protests are explicitly nonviolent. Yeah, I somehow highly doubt that, and I think I'm not alone on that one. With calls for joy, wit, defiance, and courage in standing up for America. Participants are encouraged to bring signs with messages like "We bow to no kings" or targeted critiques of Trump. So locations and how to join. Events are planned in hundreds of cities, towns, and state capitals nationwide, from major hubs like D.C., San Francisco, Chicago, Miami, and Indianapolis to smaller spots like Fremont, Nebraska. In Washington, D.C., a major rally with speakers including Bernie Sanders and Rep. Jamie Raskin. In Miami, march to the site of the future Trump Presidential Library featuring Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman. I didn't know they were setting up the Trump Presidential Library in Miami. That's kind of, all right, whatever. All right, San Francisco, march along Market Street from 2 to 3:30 p.m. with potential Muni service impacts. And Indiana, multiple sites, the Indianapolis State House and Federal Courthouse. And a rally timed with a new protest-themed song released by local artist Michael McDermott. To find an event near you, blah, blah, blah. So we already went to No Kings. Mobilize.us. What's that all about? Mobilize.us. Volunteer. Oh, you can volunteer for it. Saturday. And so they've got a bunch of events, different locations. Hey, that's where I live. I live just down the street from Clearwater. Oh, okay. So it must know my location. That's probably so because there's Tampa, there's Clearwater, there's Gulfport. Makes sense to me. Clearwater, St. Petersburg, and Largo. Yep, that's my neck of the woods, all of them. So organizations with upcoming events and yada yada. So yeah, I mean, I guess this website's sophisticated to know at least where you're at. So all right, so let me go back to this. Just one more thing. Social media and public reaction. The event has generated significant buzz and so on. Whatever. I'm not going to read all that. Anyway, I thought I had more than just that, but okay. Yeah, no, I guess that's it. That's all I got. So that's the gist of what this No Kings protest is. And it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. I know the mainstream media, especially the Democratic Party, they're going to try as hard as they can to prevent anything from being shown in any negative light whatsoever. You know, the whole mostly peaceful protest with everything burning down around them. Not so sure if that's exactly the way that it's going to wind up being, but I don't think anybody's going to be surprised if it turns out to be that way, with people getting quite violent, because that's usually how the Democrats protest these days. They usually protest with plenty of violence. All right. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you take a quick second to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And check out The Swamp, which drops Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, covering the daily happenings inside the federal machine. Thank you very much for watching.